Some of these outfits I'm hating.
It's the time period.
Yes, it's the time period.
Hi everybody.
Hey guys.
I'm Chad.
I'm Brandon.
We're back with a high K-pop video. We're doing an oldie but a goodie.
I am so excited because you have talked about this group probably 20 times.
Probably at least.
It's Girls' Generation.
Girls'
and how
Generation.
do you even say the title of that?
So G is the name of the song.
Okay.
In English and in Korean.
And what does that mean?
It's like kind of similar to what G means in English, honestly. I don't think it means anything in Korean.
Okay.
Girls' Generation was amongst the first K-pop music I ever heard. I'd be walking around the streets of Seoul and just hear it blasting out of stores. I'm like, what is this? They were the top of K-pop for a long time.
They were kind of like Korea's girl group, right?
Yeah. Girls' Generation probably started around like 2006, 2007, I would guess. They were 100% like the most popular girl group. Kind of like the standard baseline, what you think of for like a K-pop girl group.
Even people that I feel like aren't super familiar with K-pop know like Girls' Generation as kind of like this staple.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you think. We'll talk about the evolution of K-pop, maybe.
Yes.
This might not even have subtitles, honestly. They're auto-generated.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn
This is
them on.
hilarious.
Yeah. This is so 2009, too.
Yeah.
Like, this is just what the world looked like in 2000.
Oh my gosh, an SM. Okay. Oh.
They do a good job of actually looking like dolls.
Yes. They
I don't know if
look
that's makeup or
mannequins.
what.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. This is.
Doesn't that just look like 2009 was, you know?
Yes.
It just looks like 2009.
Yes. Amazing.
I don't even know what the lyrics mean, but I know the lyrics.
Okay. Okay.
I know some of the lyrics. Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the clarity of video. They all look like, is the label trying to make them look like so similar?
Trying to make a oneness or
yes,
yeah.
It's very collectivistic. Oh
It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of going for like the shy girl thing.
Yeah,
You know? They're like,
the innocent,
like, oh my gosh.
innocent girl, yeah.
For sure. So that's
all-
Jessica.
Okay.
Wait, gone now. The girl, she's in the front, that girl.
Okay.
I won't get into it too much now, but there was a ton of drama. Jessica basically got kicked out of Girls' Generation.
Stop it.
And I still fully don't know why. Because that was the beginning of the end.
I'm like, or the tea.
I would like to know more. Maybe at this point more has come out. It was crazy.
And they didn't say why. They just kind of like ousted her.
Not exactly. I know probably at least half their names. I would think. I might have forgotten it.
Wow.
But you can see how it's very like synchronized, cute, catchy.
Yes.
You can see why it's attractive.
Yes. The dance is like, it's clean and it's like synchronized, but it's not like, they didn't spend 3 months choreographing this.
She's saying like, in the beginning we're saying that I'm really, really pretty. But it's like, yeah, it's just very like a cute, catchy. What's interesting is that this is so different from K-pop now.
Yes. Like
So
shockingly different.
But here's what's crazy. I think this is still good. Still love this.
I see it in
Nostalgic
Chad's eyes.
I don't know if it's because I'm nostalgic about it, but I think it's just the early stages of K-pop.
Yes. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay. I feel like I'm speechless. I'm just kind of in a trance.
And this song is very much like, I feel like you get caught in a trance.
I'm like, I haven't blinked in like 5 minutes. Like,
I haven't seen this for so long.
wow. And it's very like clean, wholesome, conservative. Extremely. So
Yeah.
this is the most like wholesome, conservative group I've seen.
And it's a lot has to do with the time period that K-pop's still fairly young at this point. And so in order to be mainstream, you have to be very like down the line.
It's so different than
is,
anything
it is.
I have seen. But this is probably for people that have been in K-pop, they're like, no, this is like classic. For me, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
And the dancing is very simple.
It is very simple.
It's very like synchronized, like you said, but it's also very simple.
It's simple. It's like catchy. I feel like every little K-pop song goes like this, where then they have like the slow break.
It's the break. They're just all having a good time. They're all happy and smiling. I'm really curious how they picked idols back then. Today's K-pop is like with Blackpink, it's like each girl has the personality. They play a role.
This is very much about the group.
It's about the group. This is when I think of I mean, this is what you think of when you think of like old K-pop.
Yeah.
Like the shiny clothes, they have bedazzled like sequins.
I could seriously watch old K-pop like all day. Just good.
Chad is in trance.
It's really nostalgic. And it just takes me
that's
back.
true. Is that Jessica?
This is Jessica.
Oh, okay.
He's got like the short, like kind of
bob
hair. Yeah, bob.
So I'm gonna keep my eye on Jessica.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Simpler. Hey,
this is so unrealistic, but yet here we are, and we love it. It's like perfect. It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like you watch a video and you're like,
it is too good to be true
Yes.
because it's like this dream fantasy world.
Yes, that's what it is. Some of these outfits I'm hating, and it's just
it's the time period.
Yes, it's the time period. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like in a trance. Like I'm like in another world.
Transport to the world of Girls' Generation.
Yes.
I like that outfit, but
Yeah.
some of the other ones were.
Oh, so he's looking for his mannequins,
Yeah.
changing room. Employee of the month.
And they have kisses all over there.
Wait, this is so funny.
This is so like, I feel like that's what they used to incorporate into like old K-pop. Girls' Generation taking us back.
It's almost kind of like this cheeky storyline.
Oh, I know.
Where the guy is like, the mannequin's like closing of the store, he comes back and the girls are all like falling in love with him.
Right.
It's kind of like this dreamy, a little like on the nose. You can guess the ending before it starts.
Old K-pop was honestly really kind of cheesy in a lot of ways, but I loved it. Knowing that, it's like, who cares? Like, I like it.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason that it caught on and became as big as it is. And this is a perfect example of that because these girls are like beautiful. In a way, they're put on like a pedestal. Like they're kind of like the standard of like perfection.
I remember like with my friends just like sitting on a couch, like we'd watch like K-pop music videos for like an hour or two.
And no, I believe it.
Just cycle through them. Everybody's like, oh, turn on that one. So I've seen like all these videos a ton of times. Girls' Generation, like you would see them everywhere. Like every advertisement, every TV show. There was way less groups back then that you would really consider to be successful. And like I'm probably forgetting some, but like Wonder Girls, Girls' Generation, 21, those are like the 3 girl groups I really remember well from that time.
Is Wonder Girls from JYP?
Yeah.
That is so interesting because you just said Girls' Generation, which is SM. And then you have JYP, which is Wonder Girls, and then you have YG, which is 21. And those are
the 3 big groups.
Wow.
And that's what it was, is all the 3 big groups had like their girl group, right? 21 is definitely more different than the other 2.
I know, comparing this to 21 is insane. Like my mind is blown.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally different. And 21 was slightly later than this.
Okay.
They went for their own vibe.
I feel like now I'm on this mission. I want each time period, each label. I feel like we need to go through chronological order of each label.
The timeline of K-pop. That'd be fun.
Because I am like fascinated by like the different intricacies. The rivalry between them is insane.
Fun.
Yeah. Timeline of K-pop, bring it on.
Yeah. And I should look up who the guy group is for each one. I mean, it's Big Bang for YG.
Super Junior was
SM because they're the guy group. So 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. originally were one group called One Day, and they split into 2 groups.
The drama.
So JYP was 2 p.m., 2 a.m., and Wonder Girls.
Okay.
SM, Girls' Generation, Super Junior. YG would have been 21 and Big Bang. And 21 and Big Bang were the most like out there, like intense groups for sure. Much more hardcore than.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, those were the big 3 labels. I still remember before I knew anything about K-pop, I'd been in Korea for like probably 2 or 3 weeks. We get off the bus and jam-packed full of like high school girls.
No.
Everywhere. What is going on? It's a Saturday. I mean, just everywhere. And eventually we had to jump over the gate. Our friend asked him like, hey, what's going on? Anyway, Super Junior was having some kind of fan event there. And people were going nuts.
What's crazy about that video too, honestly watch that and I'm like, I feel like this could have been like from the 80s or 90s.
know.
Like it's, and I'm not
Feels
saying
so-
that, and not in a rude way. It's so
Time
classic.
changes so quick. I mean,
If you would have told me that was from like the late 90s, I would have been like,
you'd be like,
absolutely.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That was super fun. Maybe we'll do some more Girls' Generation
Yeah.
songs. Recommend your favorites. I have some favorites of my own.
We stand Girls' Generation. I'm here
Love
for it.
'em.
Take me back. Take me on a journey of K-pop.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.